What's going on, guys? So it is a brand new month, time for a new EDC. My EDC is going to change quite a bit throughout the summer just because of the warmer weather, so there will be some changes here and there. But anyway, got some new stuff I want to talk about here and a couple things that I'm done carrying, which we're going to see a review on soon. So first I'm going to take the stuff off the table that you're used to seeing. It's kind of whatever. First off, the phone, still using an old iPhone. I do really love iPhones. It's just my biggest issue with it is after, you know, a year or two of it, the battery, the lithium batteries are inside them, the capacity just stinks. It just does not hold a charge for as long anymore, and obviously they're not easily replaceable because it is internal, so it's just like a problem. But other than the battery not holding that much of a charge, I do really still love iPhones. So I don't care new or old, don't really care about the features. I do actually have an upgrade. I think this is the 5S, and I have a, I don't know, my wife's old 6 or something, maybe it was a 7, I don't even know, to be honest. I don't really care that much, clearly. I do use a couple different apps. I do love using Instagram. I do, you know, play a couple games here and there, but for the most part, my phone is for pictures. I love taking pictures of all kinds of stuff, so it's just a small portable camera, which is great. Other than that, obviously phone calls. Don't like to text that much, don't like to talk on the phone that much either. But anyway, so yeah, that's the phone, no one really cares. Wallet, same old wallet. It's gonna be the same wallet probably for a long time. This is the saddleback leather. I absolutely love this thing. It is completely broken in at this point, and the money holder on this wallet is totally fine now. Now it's easy to slip bills in and out. It took quite a long time, over a year, to kind of break that in naturally. But yeah, absolutely love this wallet. It is a chunky, fat wallet, and I've gone through so many different kinds over the years. Super slim ones, zippered wallets, Velcro, leather, but I ultimately really love this. It was a gift from my wife, so that makes it extra special, but it is an actual awesome wallet. I really do like it. Watch, still the large Maritac Pilot's watch. Love it. Works great. You've seen it a million times though, so put that off to the side. Also, the firearm, still carrying the Glock 19 Gen 3. This one, in just a Kydex, I actually forget who makes this. Really, really simple, low profile though. Now that it's getting warmer out and we're gonna get into, you know, wearing shorts and lighter clothing, it's gonna be harder to hide this. It's gonna print more. I'm not sure what I wanna do because I've really just grown to like carrying this gun. I still have my Kel-Tec, the P3AT, which is a little 380. I don't know if I wanna go back to that. It's just, I don't know, it's a preference thing. I had no problem with it for a long time, but I kind of want to stick with at least 9mm. And this is totally preference. It doesn't really matter. I mean, if you had a BB gun and that's all you had and you really needed it, it's better than nothing, right? I don't need a massive round. I don't need, you know, 100 rounds with me either. I want to compromise somewhere, and I don't know if I want to carry the Kel-Tec as much anymore. Not sure. Kind of on the fence with that. Possible new firearm for summer carry. Don't really know. We'll see. We'll see where that goes in the future, but anyway, absolutely love this gun. Do carry a spare magazine as well. So let's put that off to the side. Talk about the tools and the blades here. Also, if you noticed, gravitated back towards the cold steel spike. This is still the largest, you know, I'm gonna use quotes here, neck knife option because it is pretty large. Most people would not carry this around the neck. But I love this knife. I really, really do. And eventually you will see a review on it. It's got tons and tons of use. I just keep forgetting to review it, to be honest. And even though I've gone back and forth with a couple different really, really nice neck knives, I keep going to this. I don't know why. I just absolutely love this thing. So possible review in the future. But yeah, that's been my neck knife as of late. As far as flashlight, just a little through night here. This is the Tie 5, I want to say. It's so worn, it's almost rubbed off. The yeah, Tie 5T, excuse me. Just super simple. You can see it's just totally beat up. It looks like it's stonewashed now. This was like highly polished when I got it, but this is sitting in the pocket with all kinds of gear over the years. I've had this at least a year now, I think, and it's become pocket stonewashed, but it still works great. As far as multi-tools, I did carry my Juice for a while there. This is the orange Juice S2 that I have. However, if you guys saw the recent unboxing, I did get a new Juice. This one is the CS4. Now, I've never had this model before, and from what I could tell, it's basically this multi-tool here, only with the addition of a couple tools. The corkscrew for sure, because there's no corkscrew on here. I know this has a saw blade, which this one does not, and I want to say an awl. And the configuration is just slightly different as well, but it's basically everything this has plus those 3 tools. I might be missing 1 or 2. You guys can probably correct me in the comments, but you know, it's not that much heavier or anything, so I'm going to start carrying this. I did carry this for the last, I want to say 3 or 4 days. I kind of go on and off with multi-tools, different flashlights, Zippos. If you notice, there's no Zippo on the table here or anything. I have not carried a Zippo in a couple days. But yeah, kind of going back to a larger, but not full-size multi-tool. Absolutely love these. Leather makes obviously a ton of different awesome multi-tools. The Squirt, again, a great option. Much smaller though. I do like the kind of medium size, you know, because they're not as big as a full size, but they still offer way more capability than, you know, like little tiny ones. But yeah, so I'll probably stick with this Juice model for a little while. As far as the keys, I did have a viewer send me a 3D printed cutlery lever tag, so I've had that on my keys ever since I opened it. Thought that was pretty cool. Also a quarter. This is my Aldi's quarter. If anyone has an Aldi's by them, or if you have any kind of supermarket that has the carts that click together and you need a quarter to put it in the cart to release it. I know in Jersey, I think some ShopRites had it when I was growing up. It was kind of a new thing before I left Jersey and came to Pennsylvania. Now being in Pennsylvania, in Dixon City is an Aldi's grocery store, which I love shopping. Very cheap stuff. I mean, pretty darn good, especially for the area. There's a couple different grocery stores. But I try to get most of my stuff from them. They don't have everything, especially produce. They're kind of limited with different types of produce. So like, let's say if I want eggplant, they don't have eggplant that week, or if they don't have limes, I need limes. I'll always pop next door to a Wegmans, which is awesome. A lot of variety there too, but it tends to be a little bit more expensive. Just depends on what you're getting. It really comes down to it. A lot of people automatically assume, at least in that area, that a place like Aldi's is always cheaper. It's not always cheaper. Just like Walmart is not always the cheapest option. It just depends on what you're getting. Long story short, not that you care about the grocery situation in my life. The carts there, in order to save money, I use quotes there because, yeah, it saves money, but it also just loses jobs. I'm always a proponent to people having jobs. But anyway, it's good for companies to save money by doing this. All the grocery shopping carts are all like interconnected. I don't know what that was I just did, but that represents being connected. There's literally a chain, and the chain clicks into the next cart behind it, and they're all in a big row. In order to pull a cart out of the row of carts, you have to pop in a quarter inside the little box, and then it releases the chain. So yeah, so what I did, well, I shouldn't say I did it, because I definitely did not do this. I don't deface US currency ever. What I found was a quarter with a hole in it, and I put a little split ring on this quarter that I found. How nice, right? So convenient. So yeah, so now instead of having to look for a quarter, which I usually don't have, I don't like carrying change. I do have the trolley changer, and I have a little coin pouch. And again, that's occasionally I'll have something like that. I usually have change in the car, but the last 2 or 3 times I went there, I just did not have a quarter. So I could not get a cart, literally. I think one time I asked someone if they had change for $1. But anyway, long story short, I always want to make sure I had a quarter on me, so I put this on my keys, so now it goes in the cart. What I realized after the fact is when you get to the register, if you've never been to one of these grocery stores, usually you put your cart there, like they'll put your groceries in a previous cart, and then when you're done, your cart's empty now, and then they take your cart. Well, clearly that's not going to work because my keys are stuck in the cart until I'm done shopping. So when I get there, I have to remember to like tell them to move that out of the way. I have to use the cart that I already had. So long story short, that's why I have a quarter on my keys, is for the grocery store. Still have this Damascus Multi-Tool, which is awesome. I have used this for prying and poking and stuff. Does work well. It's very nice. I did notice, however, it also pokes my leg, because when my keys are in the ignition of the car, it dangles down, and sometimes that just jabs me in the leg, which doesn't feel that great. So although it's extremely awesome on the keys and it's a great tool to have, I might nix it purely for that reason. I don't want it poking my leg when I'm driving. Obviously, it's uncomfortable and it could be dangerous. Besides that, pretty much everything else on here you've seen. Still love using the pocket clip. I use this on my belt with my pants all the time, so it frees my pockets up with my keys. I don't have to carry my keys, you know, whether it's in a jacket or inside the pocket. Because as you know, I carry so much gear, I don't want to have it inside the pocket. It just becomes very uncomfortable. So that's the keys. Now we're down to the cutlery. Right off the bat, this is going to be reviewed very, very soon. This is the Stat Gear Ausis, I believe, and the black on black is the one I picked to use. EDC this ever since I got the knife, on and off, not the entire time. Obviously I was using some different knives as well, but I'm definitely ready for a review. So you'll probably see a review on this within a week or so, I want to say. Also, if you guys remember the HX Outdoors stuff I actually got 2 of them. And this is the one I decided to use. The other one with the removable thumb stud, the removable flipper on the back, the much smaller one, the Tanto, I didn't use that much. So I'm probably not going to do a review on that. But this one I did use and carry a lot. I love the design. It kind of reminded me of the Custom Knife Factory T90, which I thought was pretty cool. It's kind of a robotic-y type thing, S35BN. I do have a huge issue with this knife, so you will see a review on this for sure. All right, so stay tuned for that. So these are definitely going to be reviewed. Also, I got a couple QSP knives, and this one is in D2. This is a brand new company to me. I'm pretty sure they're only available on Amazon right now. I've never seen this brand or company name on like a dealer site. So it seems like just one of those overseas companies that sells on Amazon. But already started to carry these and use them. Depending on what videos you saw, you might have seen the pink knife, same thing. QSP, this one is in 440C, I believe. I don't think it's marked on the blade, but I'm pretty sure it's a 440C. Simple little design here. So yeah, I'm carrying both of these. There's also a third model, which I have not started to carry yet. And then lastly, the Buck Ranger, which you guys saw in one of the unboxing videos. I have the sheath for it, but because I carry, I actually had this conversation recently with someone, because I carry the firearm, I don't like carrying the belt sheath. If I didn't carry a gun, I would be all for it. So, because I do carry the gun, I don't want the cop belt, I call it. When you start clipping a bunch of stuff all around your belt, I don't want to look like a cop. I'm not a cop. There's nothing wrong with the cops, but I don't want a bunch of stuff around my waistband. So, plus, I kind of like carrying stuff on my right side. When I do carry the Zippo in the pouch, I carry it on my off side or left side. And it's not a big deal because it's small, but I don't like carrying bigger things on my left side because I tend to fumble with them. I'm not a lefty. And I definitely don't want to carry this anywhere near the gun in case, God forbid, I ever had to go for the gun. I don't want anything near it. You know, clean draw, simple. I don't want to be grabbing the wrong stuff. So long story short, I've been carrying this in the pocket. Now I only carry this like maybe 7 or 8 days total, like randomly. When I did carry this, I did not carry a flashlight in the pocket, at least my right pocket. I would have it in the car or something because I didn't want to get this scratched up. Not that it's a huge deal. I don't mind scratches. I don't mind honest wear on my knives. But this loose in the pocket, I know it's going to just totally get banged up and scratched up and stuff. So when I did carry this, I only had this and the neck knife. I didn't have like a main folder or a flashlight or a Zippo or anything like that. So yeah, but I still wanted to carry it just because it's pretty darn cool. And maybe eventually I'll do a review on this knife. I definitely am going to do a video in the future on the removable thumb stud, because I think it's something that a lot of people would enjoy. A lot of people like these classic knives, but they don't like, you know, that they don't have pocket clips, they don't have, you know, thumb studs or flippers or anything like that. So that it makes it inconvenient for some people. That's why they don't carry them. But they're cool knives nonetheless. So that is pretty much it. I think I covered everything. If you have any questions, post them down below. If you got some new gear, new knives, new guns, new flashlights, anything, even a new phone, even though I don't care about the phones that much, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear your latest EDC edition. So the next time you see an EDC update, I'll probably have a different key setup. Of course, I always have different knives because I'm constantly testing them. I do have a couple different watches I have not yet used yet, so you might see me with a new watch. But yeah, you never know. Always changing things. But now that, like I said, warmer weather's coming, I'm really on the fence about the gun situation. I do have a couple different options for smaller guns, but I'm not liking any of them, really. The smaller guns I have, I like for the range, and you know, some have like sentimental value to me, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to rely on any of those. So possible new firearm in the future. We'll see. If you have any recommendations, of course, go ahead and throw them out there. Like I said, I'm kind of leaning towards just a small 9mm. Biggest criteria is it has to be light. I'm not super concerned with how big it is as far as frame size, you know, but it has to be light. If I'm going to be wearing lighter shorts and stuff like that, I can't have it, you know, falling down. Pretty soon, hopefully with more weight loss, I can get back into some of my really good gun belts, because it's very, very important to have a good gun belt to keep everything where it should be. Plus, with all the gear, it definitely helps. So that is it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for a couple knife reviews. Like I said, these two probably most soon. You'll see those. These, who knows when, in the future sometime when I get some more use on it. But yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.